Welcome back, everyone. Early morning recording of the Hammock Life. So,
Yeah.
I'm drinking my water.
Yeah, we're going to call this the hydration episode.
Yes.
Cafe Necesito.
Yeah, I need water right now. We'll just go with that.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, so welcome everybody. We're doing a little bit of everything going on today. We're gonna do some updates and we're gonna chat about what we did this past weekend or so. I guess a couple weeks ago. I guess time flies when you're having fun. To be honest.
This week was a blur for me, like a total blur.
Yeah.
So
no guest this episode except the off-camera Lainey, the dog. She is on the floor right in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hopefully she doesn't knock over the camera.
Yeah, she's sort of supervising, right?
Yeah.
Directoring.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you directing, Lainey?
Mm-hmm. Good job. Killing it. So I mean, we'll just dive in. So this weekend was sort of, this past weekend was sort of nuts for us. It sort of felt normal in this social distanced world, which was fantastic.
Yeah, it was a nice glimpse of normalcy that we haven't really gotten a chance to enjoy in quite a while.
Yeah.
I'd say for sure.
And I guess we're saying normal is, not everybody knows who we are, but as normal as we can be in these times, right? I mean, which is great. But everybody knows that we love disc golf. Pat is like the disc golf, guru of bringing everything over here and getting us addicted to said disc golf.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of my job.
You just got voted in. You have an official title.
Yeah. Well, as of September 1st,
it's not the one you made up for yourself. It's actually official.
No, this isn't official. I make up titles all the time that are official. I don't know what you're talking about. As of September 1st, I am the elected state coordinator for the Professional Disc Golf Association for the state of Connecticut.
You forgot your sound effect.
No,
why I
don't
did
need
it.
that. I can't. I'm so tired right now. I can't reach that far.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah. So basically, what that means is I am a resource to tournament directors for when they go to schedule tournaments, such as what we participated in this weekend.
Right.
And help guide them in the principles of what they should be doing in terms of like structure and making sure they're following the rules and sanctioning and all this other stuff. But I'm gonna try to do a little bit more than that. And I got some things planned that we'll talk about disc golf wise down the road.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I mean, and to sort of allude to what you were just saying, so what did we do, or what did you do? And
so
we were participants as far as the sponsorship, but
So
what did you guys do?
This weekend was the 2020 Greater Disc Golf Hartford Open. Greater Hartford Disc Golf Open, man. Maybe I should be drinking the coffee.
You should have just rolled with it.
No one would have known except Mike. So
I think you might need a beer, actually.
Maybe I do.
Actually, real quick, for those of you who don't know what disc golf is, it's essentially golf with frisbees. Think of it that way.
Yeah.
Rules are all very similar. Now you know what it is.
Yeah. And it's amazing.
Yeah,
so
it's a lot of
Ton
fun.
of fun.
It's a lot of fun, and it's an activity and a sport that no one would have predicted how much popularity it gained during the pandemic.
Yeah, it's grown
because
a lot.
the general principle of disc golf is you go to a park that has these metal baskets in them, then you play around, and it's very social distant. There's no tee times. There's very low cost, and the manufacturers can't keep up with product right now because so many people took up the sport during the pandemic. It's awesome to see. But what this weekend is there are essentially 4 levels of tournament that you can be run, and this was like the third of the 4th tier. Anything above this is like the national tour, the world championships, like that kind of stuff. But this was an A-level event, which is the highest that we can hold locally with sanctioning through the PDGA. And I was the assistant tournament director for it. We had 139 players compete throughout the 3-day tournament, tee times each day. It is numbers-wise the biggest disc golf event we've ever held in the state of Connecticut.
Nice. And
payout-wise, I'm pretty confident it's the biggest prize pool we've ever had as well.
Oh, wow.
So it was a massive undertaking. We had a core staff of like 6 of us, but we had another like 15, 20 people volunteer with getting the course ready and help out over the course of the weekend.
Yeah, and the course for people who are interested, is Wickham Park in Manchester, right?
Yep.
Which is a massive park. Stepping two steps back, PDGA, just so people, if they care, Professional Disc Golfers Association.
I said that in
Oh,
my
did you?
title announcement.
You blacked out. I blacked out.
That's
We all
fair.
blacked out. Sounds like college. But either way, so yeah, there was a cool spot. I mean, for us, I watch some of the pros and follow them, kind of thing. And it's definitely a momentum sport, as you mentioned, not just recreationally, but also professionally. Like it's going to be on CBS this coming week or two.
Yeah, actually,
That's pretty exciting.
So if you're watching this and you're interested in disc golf, on CBS Sports this week, starting Wednesday, August 26th. Wednesday, Thursday.
Depending on when we air this,
we're gonna drop this tomorrow. We're doing
perfect.
this tomorrow. So, I know what I'm doing.
That's what she said.
So this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, there was an event held. It was pretty much our first big event in the sport after the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
The Dynamic Disc Open held out in Emporia, Kansas, and they had 18 guys, film crew, media crew, working on this production. That it's the first real time that disc golf is going to hit the mainstream media. ESPN3 covered a tournament a couple years back, but they didn't do it in this manner. It's basically there was 3 rounds of the tournament. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week they're showing a round each day in an hour with commercials and all that stuff. But it's not targeted at those of us that are familiar with the sport, that have been watching like live coverage on YouTube for years now. It's a broadcast intended for that audience that's not truly familiar with the sport.
Oh, that's cool.
So I don't think from the way it's been described by the guys with Dynamic Discs, is it's not going to necessarily be a shot by shot, because they can't cram. Normally when we watch on YouTube, it's a shot by shot round and it's 9 holes in 35 to 45 minutes.
Yep.
Here it's going to be 18 holes in an hour with commercial stuff.
So it's gonna be probably filmed more like golf, like stick golf. If you will.
I think it's going to be a much more condensed with a lot more content about what the sport is.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know.
Probably highlights
And things like that.
Makes sense.
I'm excited to see it. I got to figure out how I'm going to watch CBS Sports at 7:00 every night this week, because I'm sure they're going to re-air it, but I don't know where that content is going to be available.
Sometimes CBS Sports, I think, can stream free sometimes too.
Yeah,
so.
depending on what you have for a setup.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, what they're airing in that same 7:00 time slot is they did a skins match after the event with some of the top touring pros. I think it's 4 doubles teams of someone from the men's field and someone from the women's field playing for skins. And I know what the outcome of the tournament was because I was following along on social media and whatnot.
Right.
I have no idea what's involved with
And for
skins.
people who don't know what that is, it's more or less you win a hole.
Yeah.
So like you go for a hole. So hole 1, we all 3 played and I got it. I would win a skin. Next hole, Pat wins it. He would win a skin. Blah,
yeah,
blah,
and
blah,
they invested. They put out some decent money for the guys participating
That's
in
cool.
that.
Yeah, so it's exciting times, and for
yeah.
sure, like sort of circling back to what like for the event in this past weekend, what was cool for us is that we were able to be involved. Have like a little setup going on so we could share some of the beers, and also, we had a few of the discs available. Now that they're dwindling, but we did be able to sell some of those to some of the people, and we were able to.
Lots of people.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was cool to just be able to set up there, have our beer there, talk to some of the different players and spectators about our brewery, our beer, and our love for disc golf. And like it was a lot of great conversation on both sides of the fence. So it was a ton of fun, and it seemed like it was run really, really well. Pat and everyone who was involved seemed to do an awesome job, except Pat.
And a quick snippet, which is funny for anybody who's like ever played sports. You always like, and especially if you've gone like from like say high school to even collegiate or even like deciding, like it's funny to watch these pros, like real pros, play disc golf. It's like, to me, I'm assuming it's like we're playing high school or peewee football, and you watch like somebody in the NFL and how fast that game and sport is.
No. The correlation I will make is everyone's gone bowling.
Yep.
And you've watched how slow the ball comes out of your hand. And then you see the guy who can like rip it down the lane at like 40 miles an hour, and you're just like, holy shit. That's what this is.
Yeah. And they're throwing you guys modified all the holes for professionals, so they're longer tees, and it's pretty amazing what it was. So
my absolute favorite part of the event, and I'm upset that I didn't get to see the transaction actually happen, was when you gave one of the top touring pros that was there a brewery disc that has the logo on it of a mold that is actually in his, like he throws that mold in his bag. So this is essentially a replacement backup level disc for him. But it was after his round on Saturday, and everyone's coming up, autographs, pictures, all that stuff, and you were just like, "Yo, here, this is for you." He was like, "Wait, what?" You're just you gave me a beer and a Frisbee?
Well, yeah,
This
because
is great.
he grabbed it expecting to start to sign it, and Kevin was like, "No, that's for you. Like, take it."
I was like,
an
the mold
MD.
you throw, no, you don't have to if you don't want to. But
Yeah.
it was, at the very least, the win was Bill was able to snack a little picture of it temporarily in his bag. So
Yeah,
even if
he-
he never
he
throws
plopped
it,
it
it
in
was
there,
awesome.
Yeah, it was there. It was there. So that was the highlight for me, just because like it's watching how the fan stuff has gone with disc golf the last couple of years.
Yeah.
It's gotten bigger and bigger, and I mean there was a lot of just families with small children, the kids walking around carrying discs. Like
Yeah.
they showed up at the event to spectate, which 5 years ago for that event, the only people that showed up were like the true players in Connecticut that weren't playing. Everyone
Right.
else that's spectating was guys that like, oh, I finished my round, I want to go follow the lead card for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I remember that being sort of like last year. I mean, there was a few spectators
like
for sure.
we
but-
had more like I'm up on the pro tee pad of hole 1. I was the starter for the weekend, and I just looked down the field, and I saw cars parked where I've never seen cars parked
Yeah.
before, so far away. There
Yeah,
was
there was
so
a
many
lot.
people.
I think that was a great
Yeah.
thing about like being able, in addition to like that park specifically, because it's such a big park. So while you did have a lot of people,
you could
you
stay
know,
spread
yeah.
out.
I mean, and it's not like you're not worried about like a stadium. You're open, you
Yeah.
know, tons of acreage. So that was sort of a cool part about it, where you still were able to have these families and people, but nobody was on top of each other by any means.
Yeah, everyone seemed
which is
to
cool.
be very mindful of distances and keeping their space between everyone and stuff like that. It seemed to
Yeah.
go really smooth.
I think that's
from
full
what I was
circle
able to
too.
tell.
Sorry, I totally.
No, it's fine. No, I was done.
That was fully full circle too in terms of what you mentioned in terms of it being a growing sport. That's probably part of it, you know, because you are feeling comfortable, you are outside. But we might as well transition. Talk about, you know, we talked about discs. We have a handful left. If you're interested in the sport, we got some starter packs and stuff like that. We can set you up with.
Yeah,
we're gonna get some
our nice
some new
logo
pretty ones.
on them. We're gonna get some new ones soon.
As long as they come in stock. Pat told us there should be some coming in stock, so we're gonna work on doing that too.
My buying finger is itching to go.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
as we know, amongst the three of us, I'm by far the best at buying things.
Anybody who, you are the official buyer. And anybody who throws, I think we're trying to do dynamic discs first. Probably, Discmania first, and then maybe a fresh dynamic.
Then another round of dynamic.
So if there any
yeah.
molds you're looking for, shoot us a note on the comments. And we'll snag them if they're available. We'll definitely get popular molds most likely, and probably some that we throw ourselves selfishly.
Yeah, what's the point of ordering stuff if we can't throw it?
Yeah.
ourselves?
So if there's something you're looking for Discmania off the bat, let us know. Or dynamic, that'll probably come, maybe a month or so after that once they come in stock. I know.
Yeah.
Depending on what's available.
Yeah, we got to take a look to see what we're able to order as far as what different molds and disc types.
Yeah.
So.
And then in addition to that, right, we have other merch we just got that's sort of flying right now. We had some masks, keeps us socially distanced and safe. They're running a little low, so I think we're going to do another run soon. We're doing, $7, I think?
$7. Yep.
So stupid. Fresh tanks while it's still 1,000 degrees out. Do-si-do. They're nice and do-si-do-y.
That is the front,
El Baco.
and that is El Baco.
Mm-hmm.
That's Spanish for the back.
That is
Yeah.
Spanish for the back.
We'll be getting some lightweight hoodies soon, and polo shirts, and more T-shirts because we're running low on all that stuff. We don't have any of the first mentioned things, and we only have a handful of T-shirts right now.
Yeah. Soon.
Everything's flying, but yeah, we're getting a bunch of things queued up for those interested. And just sort of wrap this up, right? Because we want to do a quick, what's going on in the brewery. In addition to that is what we're brewing, right? So
Yeah.
people loving the outdoor space. We've been flying through Do-si-do. So unfortunately, dun dun dun, we don't have Do-si on tap right now.
All out of do-si-do at the moment.
I think we have 5 or 6 cases of cans left that are for sale for to go. So that is still available, but on tap wise, IPAs we're rolling just with a tad bit of Boned and Hush.
Yep.
Both are actually dwindling pretty fast, so we got to reload these. Brewing fresh Do-si-do in the tanks now.
Yeah. Right side of that, more do-si-do's coming.
Yeah,
Starting
yeah.
tomorrow, we're getting that rolling, and we'll have it on tap as soon as possible.
And we got we were talking last week. We have 3 or 4 new IPA ideas. We'll probably throw through the pilot system first.
Get some IPAs going.
Yeah,
in
maybe bring
there,
some
test
Robo
some
Turner.
things out. Yeah, Robo Turner. Let's bring that back. That was a good one. That was Matahueca and Amarillo for the hops on that one, right? I'm pretty
and
sure.
Simcoe.
Oh yeah, that's right. Simcoe too. Yeah.
I think the Lupton powder or something.
That's right. Yeah.
We could look back at it, but yeah, we did that for the anniversary. Only lasted that day, but people
Yeah,
loved it.
yeah. We're definitely
So
gonna
it's
bring that
time.
back though. That was a great one.
And last but not least, what's gonna get kegged this week for the pilot system?
So we're bringing
Pat's gonna be
back Paradise, which people have been asking for. We're calling it Paradise Remastered, though. We tweaked the recipe around a little bit, and we also added blood orange to it, which fits really well with the style. And I think people are gonna like it.
Yeah, and
So
for
it's a wheat
who-
beer.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, summer wheat beer, light, easy drinking, and that extra fruit in there too.
Yeah, and the only reason we're calling it Remastered Series for people who knew us from the beginning, we had a bunch of beers that we brewed early on, and this is one of them. We brewed for the first couple years. Pat loved this beer. We went in and out for different variations anyway. Like we originally did throw blood orange in it, but we did it like in the boil, so lost some of that character. Another year we just focused more on like lemon drop hops to try to make more lemony. So I think this is the best of both worlds. So ideally what we're thinking about is bringing some of these oldies but goodies back through the pilot system and really making them quote unquote remastered series.
Yeah, because we have a lot of beers that customers who have been around for a long time ask for that. It just doesn't make sense for us to do a big batch of it because the style of beer, they're not something that sell fast. It might sit around too long, but having the ability to do the smaller pilot batch stuff, we could really do this kind of stuff. And
You're just doing it so I stop asking you about Paradise.
I'm
week.
really just trying to shut Pat up.
It's just good that there's a table because I'm sure Pat's excited.
Is that what I heard?
I thought something fell in the brewery. But yeah, I agree. I mean, pretty fly for a rye guy. We always get bugged for that one. Good vibrations too.
Yeah, those rye beers.
The 2 rye beers definitely. Maybe Still the Night.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
For sure.
It'd be fun. If we could just have another fun fold, or I don't know whatever word you want to use, because that fold is probably not the right word. But yeah, that's all I got.
On top of the remastered and pilot stuff too, though, on the big side of things, we also have a fest beer in the works.
I forgot all about that.
I'm still mad at you guys that you brewed that, and I had to find out about it through Bill's social media.
Sorry, Pat.
This is fucking bullshit.
At least you know.
Now we're gonna tell you now because we haven't officially made it happen yet, but
we have a fun event planned for it.
So we have
I
an
don't know
idea.
if we want to go into the details yet or not, but
more or less, without having too many details ironed out, we're just telling you this off the cuff. Is we're gonna do some sort of like a ticketed, event for the weekend or something like that once we launch it. So where you can get like a half-liter Stein, or Stein-ish, our a no worries version of a Stein, and then. That way you can get a ticket, you get the glass, you get the fill kind of thing for a specific all-in-one price. But it's gonna have to be we want to do it like pre-sale only or reservations only kind of thing. That way we can maintain it and also cut it off. That way it's not like an event. It's more just spread off Friday, Saturday, Sunday kind of thing.
Right. We can easily make sure we're not going over our capacity limits and stuff like that within the tap room and our outdoor area, all that kind of stuff.
Who knows?
So
Maybe by then the limits will go away.
please.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
If I could reach the drum roll thing, I would play it there.
But either way, it should be fun. We're trying to embrace it and just have a good time, but also make how can we do fun things while also being socially responsible. So we're just trying to do our best in that, and it sounded like an easy way of doing it. Where reservations are great, you're not getting overloaded. At the same point in time, we can offer something a little bit different without while also engaging people and also embracing a cool ass fest beer.
I like it.
Speaking of reservations too, not everyone may know that we do self-service online reservations now. If you go to noworriesbeer.com, our website, there's a link there to make a reservation for a table. This has been super helpful for us and anyone who may be wary about going out still. It helps ensure that you're going to get a spot that's safe and socially distanced and all that kind of stuff. You don't have to worry about showing up somewhere and worrying about how busy they may or may not be. You got your spot reserved. It's been
Somewhere
super
is
helpful.
Here.
Somewhere is here.
Dun, dun, dun.
So utilize the reservations. It's really helpful. Why am I getting burped?
I don't know. I'm so confused.
He's
right
really
now.
all about the reservation system.
I thought
Because
that
I
was the,
love it. It's
I
so
thought that was
awesome.
the look Kevin gave me to hit the button. All right.
It's time, baby.
Yep, let's go.
Yeah, we're losing it over here. It's hot. So
Hope
until
you enjoy
next
the
time,
updates. Play some disc golf. Drink some beer.
And
Support
keep-
those locals.
Keep living that hammock life.
Yeah. Cheers, everybody.